We're gonna fight back like firefighters, fighting fires, pushing back the flames. We're gonna dig in like old trench warriors, launching mortars. Every day's the same, and even though they come at us with all their might, there's just no breaking us, but we won't break tonight. We're gonna press on like hurricanes. They can't contain our fury nor our wrath. We're gonna roll on like armored tanks, so up the banks we'll carve our own damn path. And even though they try to stop us with all their arms, they'll keep losing ground as we're making up the yards. There's no stopping us from walking. There's no holding us back. There's no keeping us from creeping forward. We're not going back. We got fury in our hearts and love that makes us hard. And we're never gonna give an inch to bullies such as you. We've got diamonds in our eyes and steel in our spines, and we're gonna do everything we must do to bury you. We're gonna roll in like clouds of thunder, thundering lightning, sleet and hail and rain. We're gonna crash in like vast tsunamis, crashing over, drowning everything. And even though they try to stop us with all their hearts are small and they break apart easily. There's no stopping us from walking. There's no holding us back. There's no keeping us from creeping forward. We're not going back. We've got fury in our hearts and love that makes us hard, and we're never gonna give an inch to bullies such as you. We've got diamonds in our eyes and steel in our spines, and we're gonna do everything we must do to bury you. Give up, surrender, we'll let you go home. We'll let you go home. We'll let you go home. Give up, surrender, we'll let you go home. We'll let you go home. We'll let you go home. There's no stopping us from walking. There's no holding us back. There's no keeping us from creeping forward. We're not going back. We've got fury in our hearts and love that makes us hard, and we're never gonna give an inch to bullies such as you. We've got diamonds in our eyes and steel in our spines, and we're gonna do everything we must do to bury you. I'm so broken up, I'm so out of touch, I'm so far away from anything that means anything to me. I'm so very down, no one is around. No one ever looks to find me. I am lost and never found. I've been looking out for you, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna find the lover that I dream will one day say to me, I'm never gonna ever leave your side. I guess it's true, I'm unlovable, I'm unlovable, I'm unlovable, oh, I'm unlovable. I am all alone. My heart is made of stone. My heart is heavy in my chest. I wear it best when I'm alone. I am all alone, out here on my own, watching people love each other, one another. Where's my love? I don't know what to do. I've been looking out for you, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna find the lover that I dream will one day say to me, I'm never gonna ever leave your side. I guess it's true, I'm unlovable, I'm unlovable, I'm unlovable, I'm unlovable, I'm unlovable, I'm unlovable, I'm so broken up, I'm so out of touch, I'm so far away from anything that means anything to me. I don't know what to do. I've been looking out for you, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna find the lover that I dream will one day say to me, I'm never gonna ever leave your side. I guess it's true, I'm unlovable.
All right. Yeah, I mean, this weekend, like the actual weekend, or Thanksgiving, Blue. But yeah, we do have plans for this, for Thanksgiving, but no plans for the weekend. And that's okay. I'm in the process of sorting out the final episode of the, I'm in the process of sorting out the final episode for, Hesitation Cuts. And it's going to be, it's because I'm reverse engineering. I'm going to go back in. I'm going to rewrite a big portions of the first 3 episodes. So that now that I kind of know the story I want to tell, I'm trying to make sure that the last episode is a I feel you. I know what that's like, man. In fact, that's I really didn't want to stream today. I wanted to I really just want to put on a book and just walk. I just want to walk for 10 hours and just and not have to. But I know that it's not going to work for me. So, but I have to start getting back into playing music because otherwise I was going to listen to the most recent episode on my walk, but I cut it short when I saw it. Oh, well that's cool. Yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna play. Let me see. This sounds a little. Here. Let me just tune up real fast. So I haven't warmed up at all. My voice is totally fucking haggard. I'm you know, I'm not really. I'm really holding on to this whole performing live thing by a thread right now. But I know, but, and in fact, the reason why I do it is because I know I just know right now I'm not gonna practice on my own. I've got way more music than I know what to do with. I've got I've got 100 more songs than I actually know what that I can even use right now. And so writing music is not really exciting for me because I've got more than I actually than I need. So I don't feel compelled. Like, so if I don't play right now for you guys, if I don't sit down and just like, I'm just not gonna I know I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, so I'm forcing myself to like just kind of get back into the swing of things. So been reading a ton and just trying to keep my brain chilled out. Been really feeling up against it lately. Yeah, I feel you on that, man. Yeah, you know, it's crazy. I've been you know, every single time you know, I'm going through a significant perspective change in regards to my career and what and music and what I want out of it and what I like. The thing is that like, and also like I'm getting to the point where I'm like, all right, well, this is absurd. I've been doing this a long time. I really need to stop. I need to stop feeling like I can't pay my bills at the end of the month. You know, like or that I'm about to run out. I'm going to run out of money in 2 months. You know, like I just have to pull myself out of that. But the best way, hey Jason, how you doing, man? The easiest way for me to get there means that I have to focus on the money side of things, which I fucking can't stand. It sucks all the joy out of the music. So I'm like, okay, so I definitely need to like stabilize my income, but at the same time, it's going to kind of begin to train wreck my perspective, like just my like how excited I get. Like the thing is that for me, because I mean the fact that I've been doing this now kind of full tilt for over 20 years, you know, and have been performing and have been putting out albums and have been touring and have been, you know, all of this stuff. I'm just about to go back and sort of reestablish my relationships with my film and TV people, you know. So, it's like, you know, I'm just in this fucking weird. I'm in this weird headspace. I'm kind of feeling the same. Not sure where it's going to take me, but. And so that's the thing is, and that's exactly right. So I know I've done this. I've been in this position enough times. I've been in this exact same position enough times to not worry, to like to not feel like I need to worry because it always works. As long as I get up and do the work, it always turns out okay. You know, often I will find myself collapsing to the point where I'm I've been at points where I like literally thought my music career was dead. And then I found some little thing that I was doing and I just kept breathing. I got a little spark going and I just kept fanning it and breathing on it and blowing, you know, like, and eventually it became a little conflagration and then it became a big bonfire and then now it's dying out, you know? And that's happened enough times in my life that I'm like, okay, I just have to, but I don't know what tack, I don't know where I need to point my career, you know? And that's always fucking very frustrating for me is just not knowing where I'm headed, you know? And so it's been really, really tough, but I don't want to lose all the progress I've made on my songwriting, on my guitar playing, on my performance. Like, I don't want to lose that. So I need to keep my hand in. And the easiest way for me to do that is here, not necessarily here on Twitch, but like live streaming, you know, cause I don't have to leave the house. I can just, you know, so that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, so. Going places no one else has ever been to. There's no end to the trouble I get into when I'm with you. I'm 3 steps ahead of all my sorrow, but I promise by tomorrow I'll repay you all the things that I have borrowed. Speeding past sunrise, racing through midnight. I try to slow it down, I come around. I'm never gonna lose, I'm a race car driver, the sole survivor, pedals to the metal as I make my getaway. I'm never gonna lose, I'm a race car driver, the sole survivor, pedals to the metal as I make my getaway. I brace for an impact that I know someday must come. I've been on the run, moving faster than a freight train. No one can catch me and they daren't even try, 'cause there's just no faster guy. I'm alone on the highway, speeding past sunrise, racing through midnight. I try to slow it down, I'll come around. I'm never gonna lose, I'm a race car driver, the sole survivor, pedals to the metal as I make my getaway. I'm never gonna lose, I'm a race car driver, the sole survivor, pedals to the metal as I make my getaway. Speeding getaway, speeding getaway, speeding getaway, speeding getaway. Someday I promise to surrender. Someplace, somewhere out there is better. Speeding getaway, speeding getaway, speeding getaway, speeding getaway. Someday I promise to surrender. Someplace, somewhere out there is better. I'm never gonna lose, I'm a race car driver, the sole survivor, pedals to the metal as I make my getaway. I'm never gonna lose, I'm a race car driver, the sole survivor, pedals to the metal as I make my getaway. The pedals to the metal as I make my getaway. So Retro Roadshow says, if you feel like teaming up on some licensing stuff, hit me up. And what do you mean by teaming up, Retro Roadshow? And I'm going to be doing a bit more work in that arena coming up. I'm not even sure what will stick at this point. I'm trying to throw stuff. Yeah, I get that. Like, so basically, what I'm going to be doing, because I have long-standing relationships with a number of music supervisors and producers and editors and a bunch of people that work in film and TV. I'm going to reach out to them and be like, hey, I'm sorry I dropped off the map. I kind of stopped reaching out to people in 2014. So I'm just going to reach out to them and be like, hey, I'm sorry I dropped off the map. I moved to Austin and I've just been focusing on songwriting, almost this past decade. I mean, we're coming up on it's been 8 years, and so I want to, but I haven't been idle. And I've been producing a ton of music, and I've got a ton of new stuff, and I've got a new podcast. So I wanted to just kind of turn you on to what I've been doing and say, hey, none of my stuff has been touched for a full decade, or for almost a full decade, since 2014. My last license was in 2012, I think. So it has been a full decade. So I'm just going to reach out to him and just be like, hey, I am here. I've been here. I just haven't been sending you my stuff because I really wanted to get better at what I do. I'm 100% certain that there will be a number of them that won't even respond, but I do think that there are a number of them that I was very friendly with that will respond, and I think that from those, that's kind of what I'm doing too. I got a couple guys in Activision and with some indie films I want to pitch some things as well. Cast a net, amen. That's like, so that's, yeah. I mean, that's the thing is like, it's just getting that conversation going, and talking to people and asking, like asking them, hey, what are you looking for? Like, what kind of music do you need? Because I've got a ton of different stuff, and I literally have hundreds of songs that have not been, that have been exposed nowhere, and they're awesome, and they're unique, and here you go. So that's what I'm gonna do. But the thing is, so it's funny that you should mention this Retro Roadshow, because one of the things I wanted to do, that I've wanted to do for the past 20 years is I really wanted, hey, Dr. Jekyll's, hey, thank you so much, brother. And yeah, and I'm doing pretty well. And how are you? Thank you, dude. That's very kind of you, man. And hey, Dave, how you doing, dude? Good to see you, brother. How you been, man? I'm sorry. I kind of dropped off the face of the planet. I was dealing with some I've just been dealing with some existential, like some career existential stuff, and I just kind of like I had to drop out for a little while and kind of just take care of my own mental health. But you know, so yeah, so good, man. Well, I'm happy to hear it, dude. Yeah, if you guys don't know DEC Menagerie, that's my buddy Dave Christensen. He's a fucking spectacular musician. He's a phenomenal songwriter, amazing piano player. He plays guitar and he plays everything. So, but he also plays the ukulele and guitar on his stream. He's like a jazz trained pianist. So he does he's just spectacular. And on top of that, he's a really, really wonderful guy. So give him a follow if you do not yet know him. Hey, fanboy, too, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, you know, there's no end in sight for kind of what I've been going through right now, you know, like, and I'm totally cool with that, because I'm going through, I've been in this situation. It's really funny. So I was reaching out to a friend of mine reached out to me, and he's like, hey man, maybe you might want to like just disconnect how you make a living from the music you make, because you know, it's gonna because it seems like it's gonna make, you know, music toxic for you, and you know, and it's gonna spell doom, like, and I was like, well, yeah, you would think that. I would have thought that back in the early aughts, the first time this happened, but it's happened like 6 or 7 times over the course of my life. I'm just in this weird quandary, like I'm in this weird. The thing is like I don't ever stop making music. I won't ever be like, oh, I'm sick of this. But what I used to do is I used to be like, oh, okay, during this period of intense floundering, I'm just going to fucking buy a ton of booze, and I'm gonna keep myself fucked up, and then every now and again I will, when I'm in between bouts of insanity, I will take a little time to like try to correct the ship, you know, and over the course of 6 months, I will suddenly have a new direction. I can't do that anymore. I've got Isabella, I've got the dogs. I can no longer just be like, okay, I'm just going to go on a self-destructive bender and allow. So one of my release valves has been denied me, you know, and so I'm in this weird situation where I'm like, okay, but and often it wasn't, or if it wasn't booze, then it was like I would find a, you know, like I'd play Skyrim. I would play 500 hours of Skyrim, you know, and that would just be my perpetual distraction. And every now and again, I would allow myself to kind of step away and think about what I was doing in my business, and then I'd be like, okay, but you know. And let me see. So I want to tap my old teacher Kevin Bowe. Is it Bowe? And see if he might be willing to produce or co-write a track or two as well. I don't want to stop doing shows. I'm just getting tired of beating myself to the ground night after night for 4 hours. The money isn't bad, but it isn't great either. Yeah, no, yeah, that's. I mean, that's the thing, right? That's for me. I could have, if it had just been me and Sue, I think I could have continued living my life the way I was in perpetuity, coupled with everything. So I would make the music and I'd put things out and I would get lackluster response, but that'd be okay. Like, you know, and it's really funny because for me, one of the crazy things is that, like, so I'm doing this new podcast, and in fact, so Nobody Cares says, Mike, good to see you. It's been a while, but just jumping on to say hello, brother. Been checking out the podcast, so good. Sorry I haven't been in touch, my man. All intentions good though. Keep playing. Hey, and thank you, man. Yeah, and that's so, and yeah, good to see you, brother. And I'm excited that, yeah, I'm happy. So that's an old. We weren't roommates, but I moved into his room when he moved out of my. I was living at this legendary party house in Pasadena, and I was known as a cook house, and from like literally like the 70s until, you know, when it was torn down in the early aughts. You know, it was just this legendary party house. And so, and my buddy, Nobody Cares here, he actually lived in my room right before I moved in. But yeah, man. So, you know, so for me, it's crazy. So I'm doing this podcast. And so I've been putting it just in enormous, I mean, it's not really a podcast, because I mean, podcasts are mostly people, you know, like two experts talking to each other extemporaneously on some topic, you know, or somebody telling their story. Like that's you know, and occasionally there are podcasts like the World's Greatest Con, which is done by my buddies Brian Brushwood and Justin Robert Young. Like World Greatest Con is an actual written, you know, like they take the story, they disseminate it out, they break it into episodes, they write the scripts, they record it all, you know, that's I think it's really funny for me. I think that's sort of the future of podcasting. I think that there will definitely be a space for talking heads and people just kind of extemporaneously coming up with stuff. Of course, there always will be, like just like there is actually in the world of music as it is. But, and you're totally right. Yes, we were in the Halston Stops together as we were auditioning for the Bands on the Run, the very first season of Bands on the Run, which I think that's what it was called, right? It was a VH1 show. I think it's called Bands on the Run, but yeah, anyway, very, very Shelley, but so I've just been in this, it's been just a strange thing for me, all of this. Anyway, I just, but Bo, like Bo in Your Hair, he's written for a ton of big names: Etta James, Kravitz, Johnny Lang. Dude is a fountain of connections. Oh, that's awesome. Well, yeah, I mean that's, which is funny. Like that's, I mean, again, like that's, if you, for most people, unless you are rich, which is, there's a lot of fucking ultra rich people that are the sons and daughters of rich people, and so they kind of like get a free pass and they show up and they're like, hey, and they're passable, they're fine, you know, they're good players, but there's you know, and then there are those people that are world class amazing talent. You know, like literally, like, oh my God, this guy can fucking do anything, or this girl can do any, and then there is nice people, like those are the people that survive. They're the rich people, or you don't have to be rich. You can have connections as well. You can have family connections, or like something like, but it's connections. It is you're fucking like literally the top 1% of 1% of players, or you are a nice person. You know, like assholes do not survive. If you're not a great player and you're a fucking asshole, you're not going to survive in the world of music. But yeah, it's walled garden. Pretty much can't get published unless you're already published or super lucky. Yeah, I mean and it's funny because that's actually one element. So I've had a couple companies reach out to me just recently of wanting to talk to me about publishing deals. And the thing is that like, and it's not, but looking at their business model, they're new kind of upstart companies, and looking at their business models, I don't trust them. You know, they're doing something new, and I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe you do your thing for a few years. Let me see the reactions you get from other artists that you're working with. Let me see some testimonials from people I know and respect, and then maybe we can talk. You know. But yeah, man, it's because that kind of shit, like, you know, it's like musicians have gotten fucking the shaft. Like it's so crazy because it's such a, like if you look at the worldwide marketplace, which is crazy because that's the thing that drives me. In fact, Haim Saban, the guy that brought to the world Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but he also did the. No, he didn't do the X-Men show. He did some. He at some point in time he was handling all the Marvel stuff, in the mid to late 90s. He was handling, like, he did Doctor Strange and Silver Surfer and a bunch of that stuff. But so Haim Saban, where he made his first fortune was he would find like struggling songwriters, and he'd be like, hey, dude, I will give you. $60,000 for the rights to your catalog, you know? And of course these guys are like, well, fuck it. All right, sure. You know, and then what Haim would do is he would just go sell it to every market across the planet. You know, he'd be like, hey, here's a catalog here. If you want, you can, you know, and so he just, because there's so many more people looking for music than here in the United States. But unfortunately, without like, it's difficult for us to find, you know, to access the worldwide market. So, yeah, we pay like we don't matter yet. Our craft, that's it. You know, it is. In fact, if you look at it, Retro Roadshow, the way people even talk about music, the way that they talk about musicians, it's entirely like it's all broken in terms of the way people process. Like they're like, oh, they're gonna go play music. Oh, you're practicing. You know, like even the language that we use about the way that we like it doesn't set like it. The idea that hundreds and thousands of hours are spent every single month doing what you do, you know, honing your craft, getting better, developing your voice, finding your thing, doing, yeah. The thing is that like the idea that musicians will spend literally like 2 or 3 times the amount of time that any other person I know does their thing. I mean, that's actually not so. I do know authors, like writers, you know, that actually work every day and work very hard. Like they will spend 6 hours every day just writing, you know, like whether it's going to be used or not, just to keep in practice. Now that's, I think from my perspective, which is really funny, it's that perspective that I modeled my life after. When I read about Henry Miller and Charles Bukowski and the way these guys wrote, you know, or even Paul Bowles, who really truthfully is better known for his composing. He's a composer and then he writes on the side. But what he would do is he would just write 1 full page a day. He would get up and he'd do some composing and he'd be thinking about what he wanted to write for that page, you know, that day. And he just did it consistently. And so at the end of the year, he had 365 pages. And you do that over the course of a decade and you've got 3,600 pages, you know? And so I was like, oh, I can just do that. I will just be prolific by dint of like just forcing myself to write, even if I can't write out like, but it's, you know, there's not a market for like I have 500 songs currently right now that I currently play in this stream. I have 500 songs. Like who the fuck wants 5? Like, I mean, I certainly do. I love them. There are maybe a handful of people on the planet Earth that would like to like be able to have access to 500, you know, my TV songs. But for the most part, yeah, so it's crazy that, but at the same time, the best of my songs would not have existed without me writing the songs that got me there. You know, I've tried writing a song a day, but I settled on working on something every day. Yeah, that's you know, and writing a song every day, you know, like I have done the discipline of forcing myself. Like I've written 5 days a week for 3 or 4 months at a time. So I would write Monday through Friday, and I would, but I always have to, for me at least, I have to always allow myself breaks. I have to give myself breaks. And then, and the thing is that like, yeah, and it is like, but it's crazy for me. I find that like when I'm working on the song, like when I've got what I feel is like a cool melody or a cool lyric couple, like a cool chorus or something. When I've got it, then I'm like, all right, well then this sounds fucking awesome. I need to see what the song's all about, you know? And then the song really dictates to me what it wants to be, which is awesome. Like, so I'm like, I feel often that I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm just the scribe. The song is telling me what it is. And I'm like, okay, here you go. Yeah. Wait, songbooks digital from Amazon. What you bought what on SoundCloud, Bluefront? Anyway, but yeah, so it's just a weird, man. It's just a crazy time right now. You know, a year ago I had 21,000 more monthly listeners on Spotify than I do now. You know, and so that like I'm 100% certain one part of that is a pandemic, and one part of that is the fact that Twitch, there was a vast, like there was a point in time when I was one of the handful, like I was like one of like 3 people that did original music on Twitch, and of the other 2, they were not as ubiquitous as I was, you know. So I constantly had a constant reminder. I was like, hey guys, you know, like, and that, you know, I mean, Bandcamp. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, yeah, I do. Yeah, there's a lot of, yeah, there's a lot of additional music on Bandcamp. But anyway, so, yeah, it just, I mean, let me get to playing. I'm melting sweet. Here, let me turn on the fan downstairs real quick. Let me just grab that. In fact, here, give me 1 second. I'm going to grab a drink too. Uno momento. It's really hot up here. Fucking bullshit. are the puppies. What are you doing, sweetheart? Okay. All right. All right, there we go. Drink. Yeah, that's right. That's all it is. It is. I mean, for the most part, most music streamers and most music fans that pay attention to music streaming on services like Twitch, they just want to hear the same songs. They just want to hear people's, like, they're like, oh great, I get to hear 20 renditions of my favorite song, by Taylor Swift or whoever's doing whatever. Like, I can't even tell like who's doing what these days. Like what's a popular song? I have no idea. But that's okay, man. Like I get it. People don't like to think. Music is for most people. Music is background stuff. Like, oh, put that on and we just hang out and and I get to bob my head and do my other thing. And that's, yeah. I don't think it's as transformative for me, man. Like a good song fucking owns me. It owns me, and okay, here we go. Anyway, nope, wrong key. Helix. Shelley was exhausted and she never ate dinner cause she worked 2 jobs and could never fit it in her schedule. Shelley rubbed her belly cause she knew that she was late again. She said a little... What was that? Hold on, that sounded really weird. Sorry about that. There was a really strange pop and I have no idea what prompted it. Check hello. No, I didn't. I don't think I hit. Okay, huh? Yeah, I have no idea. I have no clue what that was. All right, well, let's hope it doesn't pop again. Or if it does, no, there it is. Oh, maybe. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there it is. Sorry, I didn't give this enough chord, or I did, but it's like. Anyway, hold on 1 second. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right. All right. Shelley was exhausted and she never ate dinner cause she worked 2 jobs and could never fit it in her schedule. Shelley rubbed her belly cause she knew that she was late again. She said a little prayer and went down to her tiny section. She was gonna be a movie star someday. At least that's what she thought when she moved to LA. But all she wants right now is 24 hours of sleep. All she wants to do is keep up with the bills and the rent and the high price of gasoline. And all she wants to do is keep up with the price of diapers and the cost of everything. And all she wants to do is keep up with the cars so filthy and the dishes that are never done. And all she wants to do is keep up, cause there's nowhere to go, nowhere that she can run. Shelley's youngest baby got some sort of infection, so she waited at the clinic. But the minutes they kept adding up. 3 hours later, her baby got some medicine and she got written up for showing up late again. She was gonna be a movie star someday. At least that's what she thought when she moved to LA. But all she wants right now is 24 hours of sleep. All she wants to do is keep up with the bills and the rent and the high price of gasoline. And all she wants to do is keep up
with the price of diapers and the cost of everything, and all she wants to do is keep up with the cars so filthy and the dishes that they're never done, and all she wants to do is keep up, 'cause there's nowhere to go, nowhere that she can run. Hey, 9 to 12. There was a murder-suicide today in Echo Park. A mother of 2 toddlers, it breaks our hearts. But we know that she was evil, and we know that she was wrong. And we ask everybody to stay strong. All you gotta do is keep up with the bills and the rent and the high price of gasoline, and all you gotta do is keep up with the price of diapers and the cost of everything, and all you gotta do is keep up with your car so filthy and the dishes are never done, and all you gotta do is keep up, 'cause there's nowhere to go, nowhere that you can run. Oh, that reminds me, Gareth's chord or pickup is bad. I haven't been able to check it out. He's been practicing without it plugged in, huh? Yeah, I mean, so one thing you can do, Blue. I mean, I don't know how sophisticated Gareth's troubleshooting has been. So you have to let us know. But you might. I mean, so obviously you might want to try. So he's got a, so so you can try to, if you have a different chord, you should try a different chord. Just borrow one from a neighbor, someone that hey, Seinfeld. Yeah, I mean, I am not yet committed to. I don't know exactly what I'm doing with the schedule or what I'm doing with the streaming thing. I don't even know. But I realize that I miss playing and I miss like making music. So I'm like, oh, I will hop on yeah, I at some point in time I will make some announcements on my Patreon, on my Discord rather, and my Patreon, like all the places I have access to my folks, and I will let them know kind of what I'm up to, but I just don't know right now, and I don't think I'm gonna know for a while, because I'm in the process of finishing this last episode of the Hesitation Cuts, the podcast, which is not really a podcast. I hate calling it a podcast now because calling it a podcast means that it gets lumped in with all the other, like, with talking heads, and which I totally respect and love, but it's just very different than what I do, and so I don't want to but I don't there's no other word. I don't have another word to call it. It's delivered in a podcast format. It's on Spotify. It's lumped in with all the other podcasts, even though it is not any like I couldn't even choose. There was no like original music anything. Like it was like there was music commentary, something like it was like there was nothing about there was no category for the kind of thing I do. So which is awesome because I get to be a groundbreaker, and I'm and that's great. But it's still frustrating because. And thank you, Retro Roadshow. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the. It's really funny. It's the best if you stream when you feel like you keep doing it. It's like a hobby. Well, yeah, I mean, but unfortunately, the thing is that this is really not really my like. It is a big part of how I make my living. Not necessarily Twitch itself but that used to be Twitch. Used to be 2016 through 2018. Twitch was a big part of how I survived, but when I deprioritized making money from Twitch, and I started focusing on just using it as a vehicle to like keep myself practiced up and hang out with you guys, and it suddenly became super fun again. But even so, like I've just been putting out these. I put out 9 episodes of the podcast. I'm going to put out number 10, which is going to be the last episode of season 1. Putting out all like each release, each new release, it to me feels very much like putting out a new record. Now, for me, when I put out a new record, if I like when I did Hesitation Cuts. Hey, Simon, thank you, man, thank you, brother. When I did Hesitation Cuts, I put out a single, and I didn't get a ton of engagement, but I would get like
say 3 or 4,000 plays on a single, you know. So I'm figuring that there was maybe 1,000 people and they all listened to it a few times, maybe 1,500 people and they all listened to it twice. You know, like I don't think it was. I don't think that I got a huge level of engagement, but it still felt like, oh yeah, this is, you know, like what I'm doing is reaching people. The podcast is 2 orders of magnitude less than, you know, like I get tens of people listening, you know. So when I Gotta Fly Mike, good seeing you. True artists are supposed to feel the way you do. You're a rare breed, dude. Keep doing things for the right reasons. And that's exactly it. Like I'm trying to figure out a way to maximize my money without damaging my enjoyment of what I do, because I love music. I really do. The thing is like, in fact, like you know, I've been slowly but surely pushing this episode, this 10th episode forward. I've got 2 tracks that are completely done, and I've got all the others are in various parts of various stages of completion. And I love it. Like I love when I actually sit down to work on a song. Like usually like once I've got all the basic tracks, for me the basic tracks are the acoustic guitars. I start with acoustic guitars, scratch vocal, and then I'll do drums and bass. And that's, you know, and so normally the basic tracks are just the drums and the bass, and you record those and then you build everything on top of that. But you know, you'll have like a scratch guitar and that'll be it. But I don't do scratch guitars. I do like fully produced and mixed, fully produced and edited doubled acoustic guitars, left and right channel, so it sounds beautiful, you know. And then I do drums and I do bass, and usually by the time I'm done laying on either the drums or bass, and sometimes I start with the bass, sometimes I start with the drums. Usually I've been starting with the drums now, but when those are in, then I'm like, well, this song sounds amazing. I need to know how it sounds when it's done, and so it becomes, and I just hop on that slide and woohoo, go down, you know. Ever thought of doing remote lessons or a writing mentorship? I make about $40 an hour doing remote students, and I only have to do a couple. That's awesome. That's I mean, I haven't wrote. I mean, you know, because it's funny. I've never thought of myself as being a capable enough musician to teach people. So that was always like, and then songwriting. I've definitely worked with people in terms of, but like, I just think the way my brain works, because I will, so what will happen is we'll talk about a song and be like, all right, well, let's start with an idea that you want to write. And they will, and they will say, oh, I want to do a song about X, you know, and I'd be like, okay, awesome. So let's think about X. Let's just think about all of the different perspectives that you could have, like when you're thinking about X, what are the different ways you could tackle it, you know? And I will, and the thing is, and of course they'll be kind of stumped and they'll be like, oh, it could be this. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. And so from that, like, can you branch off of that? Can you drill into that? You're like, and what ends up happening is I go, well, look, this is what I see. This is from you using these are the different perspectives I come up with, you know, and I come up with like 6 or 7 different ways they could take it. And they're like, oh, that's amazing. And they're like, yeah, let's do this one. And it turns out that ultimately I end up writing the song for them. You know, like I go, oh, okay, so like, they're just choosing the options. And I'm like, okay, here you go, you know? And so, and it just happens every time. And it's like, and I'm like, fuck it, you know? So yeah, all people are not good teachers, but they can be good. They can be good. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's funny. Like I think I can definitely teach other stuff, I think, but for me, like music, it's like, I have it's a confluence of like significant self-doubt at my actual musicianship, coupled with it's sort of like impatience, but it's not really impatience. It's just my excitement about, like, I'm like, oh, here's a brand new song and I'm starting to see the shape. Let's figure it out, you know? And so I'm like, let's go, you know? And so I just have a tendency to kind of steamroll people, as you know. So I wasn't sure I'd make a good teacher at first either, just kind of put it out there and fell into it. Turns out a lot of people have kids that want to learn music and they have no idea where to look for instruction. Well, certainly with completely brand new, like people that have never played, I can certainly help them out. You know, like the things, I mean, the great thing is I could teach them at least the guitar, the way I learned guitar, which would mean that they'd be learning how to play and write music all at the same time. So that, you know, so that might be to somebody's advantage, but I just, no, I can't. I've got so much on my plate right now. The thing is I just couldn't. I know that I would. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Well, that's awesome. Boston worked at a bookstore since 1985. He was a fan of all things Tom Robbins, of whom he would often recite, "Love is the ultimate outlaw," he would declare to his two cats at night. And then he laid down to read by his bedside light. There was a boy back in the 90s, a boy Boston couldn't escape. The smell of his hair as they were putting books away, well, he remembers the smell to this day. Love is the ultimate outlaw, but Boston couldn't break any rules, so he never said nothing, and nothing made him its fool. He doesn't feel alone, not anymore. He's got his cats and books, and he gives them pets, and then escapes into a better world. Boston is now so much older than he ever thought he would be. Funny how time creeps upon you. Wasn't he just 17? And here he is in that very same aisle, thinking of the boy in his hair. It's too late for regrets, he's gotta get the stuff out of here. He doesn't feel alone, not anymore. He's got his cats and books, and he gives them pets, and then escapes into a better world. So sweet dreams, Boston Bremer, Bremer, sheesh. Tomorrow is another day, full of prose and promise, oh, full of new memories to be made. He doesn't feel alone, not anymore. He's got his cats and books, and he gives them pets, and then escapes into a better world. Yeah, there you go. That's a song called Boston Bremer. And hey, wait, did I see Elix? I think I did while I was playing. I think Elix dropped in and said something, and I realized I might have missed it. Let me see. He said blue, 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 blue. Whoever. Oh yeah, that's the yeah. I was like, you know, I've never seen a gigantic goal. I've never seen like a gigantic number, and I was like, well, let me make that. So somebody donated $39,483,929. That was great. It was big. It was a big donation. Let me see. So yeah, so that's a yeah. Okay, he was here. Yeah. And thank you, Retro Rocho. Yeah, it's funny that one. I think I would like to at some point in time go back and pick up the idea for that record that never happened, which is a bunch of story songs. In other news, Mike will be streaming from his yes, that's exactly right. Yeah, I'm gonna buy my own ISP so that way I will have, you know, I'm gonna buy my own satellite based ISP. So that I can, therefore, you know, I can then have the internet just beam directly to wherever I am on the planet Earth. But I think I am going to write an album. I do want to put, like, I think it'd be fun to like do like either chapters, to tell us the story of a person's life, like start off like with that one, Boston Bremer. So maybe I could do something where a song where he's a younger person, and then do another one like a little bit further down the line from this, you know, like, so you kind of, you know, but I was thinking it might be, or it'd be fun to just do 15 different songs about people, and then you could, and the thing is like, but they'd all be kind of like, so the idea behind that record, in fact, the next song I'm going to play is Constance Wavering, and she's another, so all of the names have they're a little bit askew, like they're like Boston Bremer, like you don't run across anybody named Boston very often, but like, and same Constance Wavering, like Wavering's not a traditional name, Constance is, but often people don't use the actual name Constance. So and I do Get Set Go covers. That's very, hey, Soft Creamy Beige, how you doing, man? That's the only band I cover, believe it or not. And them and Anal Worm and Television in Summer and Vermicious K. Those are the only bands. Yeah. But anyway, so I was thinking it'd be fun. So when the original idea for that old episode, or that, not the old episode, that old album was going to be, it was going to be 10 songs about 10 people that just by the very fabric of the kind of people they found themselves in situations where they were either lonely or forlorn or troubled, like just by the very essence of who they were, they found themselves in a situation that where most people would feel uncomfortable, and they're like, okay, here's my, and so it was just going to be this snapshot of 10 different people, like, and so that last one, Boston Bremer, it's about a guy, yeah, and then Thalbum, but yeah, it was so that last one, it's about a guy. It's really funny. That one was based on a guy that I actually knew. My buddies worked at Walden Books, and there was a guy that actually managed the Walden Books, or he was an assistant manager. But he and I never really spoke. He was kind of a quiet guy, and he was super nice. Like, he was very nice. And I hung out at the Walden Books all the time because it was the only bookstore that was near us, and they had a role playing game section. And so I would go there with my own notebooks, and I would steal spells from because when I was 12 years old, I started playing D&D, actual classic like D&D, in when I was 7 in 1980. And then you fast forward 5 years, and I've got like all the Steve Jackson, the Steve Jackson book, like they're like Choose Your Own Adventures, but they have dice. You have a little character sheet, and you basically you get into fights, and if you win, you turn to this page, and if you lose, you turn to this page. So yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and I definitely do see the Mr. Coriander. But yeah, fighting fantasy, yes. And that was so these game books. There was a point in time when I realized, when we moved to the desert, I had family members that were very evangelical, and they were like, Michael, role playing is going to send you straight to hell. Like, it's a conduit to like demons and devils. And I was like, whoa, fuck, I don't want demons and devils in me. So I was like, well, fuck that noise. So I stopped role playing for a couple years. But I was doing these Steve Jackson books, and I was like, and then what I ended up doing is I'm like, I really miss role playing. So I created my own role playing system that was effectively, I ripped off the D6 system from those Steve Jackson games, but I just expanded the attributes, and I added a little bit more, system, methodology to some of the skills and stuff like that. And then I just went and I just ripped off spells. Like I would go through D&D, and I just put like, and everybody cause I was raised Catholic. So so rather than clerics, they were priests, and rather than, and if you were a priest, then you believed in Jesus, Anyway, and it's really funny because that was the very beginning of the me kind of walking into the agnosticism that I still kind of fall into. But that was the very beginning. I was like, this is ridiculous. Really? Like, I don't feel like there's no, I don't feel a threat to my soul by role playing, D&D. So anyway, but, so this is another one of the story songs. Shit. I forgot it. Constance hated her name. It's a fat girl's name, she complained. Even though she was big, she didn't want to advertise. But Connie never quite fit, so Constance just stuck with it. Yet another life compromise. But everybody said that she could really sing. Oh, she could really belt it out. But she didn't like to get in front of people, especially crowds. But everybody said that she could really sing. Oh, she could really hit those notes. She sang with the fury of a lonely heart, I suppose. Oh, Constance, sing another lonely song, driving in your car. Oh, Constance, sing, oh, Constance, sing another lonely song, driving in your car. Constance worked in a shop, selling coffee to off-duty cops, and sometimes an officer would flirt with her. And then she would go red from her chin to the top of her head, and she'd escape to the bathroom just to catch her breath. But everybody said that she could really sing. Oh, she could really belt it out. But she didn't like to get in front of people, especially crowds. But everybody said that she could really sing. Oh, she could really hit those notes. She sang with the fury of a lonely heart, I suppose. Oh, Constance, sing another lonely song, driving in your car. Oh, Constance, sing another lonely song, driving in your car. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I just picked up a solo total role-playing war game called 5 Parsecs from Home. It's actually kind of insane. You run a ragtag spaceship crew, and the entire thing is procedurally generated and actually creates a fleshed-out story on the fly as you play it. Really? 5 Parsecs from Home. That sounds awesome, man. Let me grab it. Let me see. 5 Parsecs from Home. Cool. Solo adventure wargaming. That is awesome. Huh. That is really cool, man. Yeah, well, I will investigate later. That's awesome, man. Thank you. I've never really fully contemplated doing like solo. I mean, I used to as a kid. I used to do a fuck ton of solo because I didn't have anybody else to play with. But once I found friends that were into gaming, I game with them. But that's awesome. I will check it out. That's alas, I don't really have minis. I mean, actually, I have some brass elephants, and that's it. Some little they're from, I think they're from Thailand, but they could be from Tibet. They're from some tea country. My ex's parents got them for me when they were in one of the tea countries. not TEA, but just it started with T. It's either Tibet or Thailand. Yeah, it's either Tibet or Thailand. But yeah. Hey, Bobcat, how you doing, man? Good to see you, brother. Okay, so I haven't played this one in a long time, so I might fuck this one up. I probably will, but. I wanna pick you up tonight and take you for a ride. Let's make our way to the cemetery and read the names of those who've died. Let's make up stories of the people they'd be if they were friends to you and me. I wanna pick you up tonight and take you to the cemetery. So, won't you go with me? Oh, I want to be your boy. Yes, I want to be your boy. Please won't you let me be your boy? Wanna be your boy. I wanna take you out tonight to learn how the couples dance. We would swing around the dance floor, a tumble of legs and hands. People might laugh, but we'd never see, 'cause there's only you and me. I wanna take you out tonight and dance romantically. Oh, won't you dance with me? Oh, I want to be your boy. Yes, I want to be your boy. Please won't you let me be your boy? I wanna be your boy. And when we greet the sunrise, we will know we've had a beautiful night. A beautiful night. A beautiful night. I wanna take you out tonight to the top of the tallest tower. Up we'll climb 3,000 stairs to meet the midnight hour. Over the edge we'll dangle our feet as we split a bottle of wine. I wanna take you to the tippy top of the tallest tower I can find. Oh, will you be mine? Oh, I want to be your boy. Yes, I want to be your boy. Please won't you let me be your boy? Wanna be your boy. Let me be your boy. Yeah, this song called Your Boy. I haven't played that one in a long time, but I'm gonna switch it up and I'm gonna hop onto the piano real quick. But yeah, Blue, how, and thank you, Bobcat, thank you, man. How is your shoulder healing up, man? How are you feeling? And how long are you out of commission? Are you about to get back to work? Do you still have some more time off? How long is sort of physical therapy? All right, I will be on the piano. 1 second. Four root beer floats. Okay. Oh shit. Smash my head. Uh-oh. Wait, no, that's not... I shouldn't be hearing this. Hold on. Okay. All right, good. Weird. Okay, well, anyway, here we go. So... I smashed my head. Let me get this a little bit closer. Hold on, real quick. Tick-a-doo. And I'm hearing some. I know you guys are probably not hearing it because I wasn't hearing it on my other headphones, but I'm hearing some popping, and it just drives me nuts. I smashed my head against the wall, even though there's a door next to me. I smashed my head, the wall won't fall, and the doorman doesn't see anything. I don't worry, not second glance as the dilettantes and poses they pass right through. Oh, all I want is another chance, a little bit of closure, that's all I ask. Oh, I smash my head against the wall. The blood I spill is everywhere. I smash it hard, I give it all. But the doorman, he just doesn't care. I don't warrant a second look as the dilettantes and posters they book on by. Oh, all I've got is what I took. I've been looking, but I can't find it. I wanna die, but I wanna kill. I wanna die, but I wanna kill. I smash my head, but it will fall. The wall, it seems impregnable. Oh, but I smash on, smashing my face for so damn long. Oh, I don't warrant a little peek as every fucking dilettante sneaks on by. Oh, there's nothing I would be allowed to keep as every fucking poser he creeps on by. Oh, so goddamn, I'm getting angry. Oh yes I am, and so goddamn, I'm getting angry. Oh yes I am, and I wanna die, but I wanna kill. 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 There you go. Hell yeah. All right, let me see. I'm recording the soundboard for my house, so I'm gonna have new sound. Oh, that's awesome. That's great, man. And a soundboard for your house? How so? Like, what do you mean? Like stuff, like sound effects that will actually pop in the house? Like, you'll be... Okay, oh, you couldn't hear me. I'm sorry. I had my microphone off. But are you saying you're creating a soundboard for the house? Like, actually sound effects will happen whilst you're in the house? Like, you're like... You do some sound. You go. Oh shucks, and then it goes waka waka waka. You know, like so. You know, I could see there being all sorts of like interesting little cues. All right, here. All right, so let's see. Like you could set it up so you're like Snosberries. Who's ever heard of Snosberry? And then you could have, and then you could have Gene Wilder's voice pop in and he'd go, "We are the music makers. We are the dreamers of dreams." I read a custom central dashboard for home automation. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, that's great. That's great, man. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. So yeah, you could literally just do all the setups. You could just do all the setups for the best lines, like the. What's the one before the one that Luke says right before, there is no try, there's only do, try or try to, like, there's only do or do not, there is no try. You're like, you could just set all those things up by having the sound cue that kicks them off being the quote that kicks off that quote. That would be awesome. And then you just don't tell people about it, and they show up at the house and somebody says something, and then what the fuck? All right, so this is one I haven't played in a long time. It's a pretty chordally simple song, but bum ba da da dum, bum ba da da dum. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me do this. Nope. Hey, hold on. I did this, and then this. All right. That's awesome. That's great, Blue. That's so cool, man. That's so exciting. That's so cool. Bum ba da da dum, bum ba da da dum, bum ba da da dum, bum ba da dum, bum ba da da dum, bum ba da da dum, bum ba da da dum, bum ba da. Kiss me like you love me, oh, do it one last time, just so I remember what the thrill of love is like. Then I'll go. I will disappear from here. I will fade into the day. You will finally be free of me. Hold me like you want me. Oh, can we just pretend? Just so I remember the way our love once went. Then I'll go. I will sail across the seas. I will drive into the night. You will finally be free of me. Bum bum ba da da dum, bum ba da da dum, bum ba da da dum, bum ba da dum, bum ba da da dum, bum ba da da dum, bum ba da da dum, bum ba da. Sleep with me tonight, love, let's do it one last time, just so we remember that once it felt so right. Then I'll go. I will leave this hateful town. I will leave without a sound. You will finally be free of me. I'm leaving you tonight. I'm leaving you tonight. I'm leaving you tonight. Kiss me like you love me. Oh, do it one last time, just so I remember what the thrill of love is like. Then I'll go. I will never turn around. I will leave this hateful town. You will finally be free of me. Oh. Yeah, that's a song called Kiss Me Like You. I haven't played that one in what feels like a long time. Long. That's great. That's great, Blue. That's awesome. And thank you, Bobcat. Yeah, thank you, man. And yeah, that's really exciting, Blue. I can't wait to. Now I'm even more excited to visit the homestead. Hold on, what's going on with my camera? Great. All right. Yeah, I take a sip of a hard cider and then the camera gets all wonky. That's I don't. It doesn't affect me. It affects my camera. All right. Well, I mean, so long as the house likes you, it's not bad. If it, it's just you have to hope that it doesn't become sentient and also doesn't like, you and your family. That's when you're like, you're not in a good place. You've got a sentient house that actively wants you out. Get out. Oh, what the fuck? All right. So this is another song. I think in the same key. Do I want to? She doesn't. She doesn't close the door as she visits the bathroom. The sound of flushing water comes a little bit too soon. I wonder what she's doing as she hums a little tune. I don't have the lyrics for this one. Hey, Katie Rica, how you doing? We're talking about Blue. Blue is actually sound, like the soundboard that I have in this stream. Blue is actually building that into his house. So there will be events like somebody gets home or something happens, and there will be sound effects that will play, movie quotes and sound effects and stuff like that will play in his house. But also there's gonna be audio cues Oh, Lenina says I'm going to be the first one against the wall. Yes, that's 100% true. That is 100% true. But the good thing is they're just throwing pies, so yeah, it won't be as bad as it seems. She doesn't close the door as she visits the bathroom. The sound of flushing water comes a little bit too soon. I wonder what she's doing as she hums a little tune. A sharp glowing smoke drifts across her room. She thinks I don't know. She thinks I don't know. Oh, but I know. The phone rings once again in the middle of the night. Hello, I answer as I fumble for the light. I reach across the bed and it's then I realize she hasn't come home. She's not coming home tonight. But I won't let her go. No, I won't let her go. I won't let her go. 'Cause I can't let her go. 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 One night as we're driving to some place I'm not sure where, there's a strange sort of tension hanging in the air, and she turns to me and says, honey, I swear that I don't care about you. She thinks I don't know. She thinks I don't know. Oh, but I know. And then when we get home, we just sit there in the car. I simply stare ahead and wonder how we got this far. I try to imagine the breaking of my heart, but I feel nothing, and that nothing, it leaves a scar. But I won't let her go. No, I won't let her go. I won't let her go. 'Cause I can't let her go. 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 When we were young, oh, we were young, and we were everything. When we were young, oh, we were young, and we were everything. When we were young, oh, we were young, and we were everything. When we were young, oh, we were young, and we were everything. But I won't let her go. No, I won't let her go. No, I won't let her go. I won't let her go. 'Cause I can't let her go. 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 I won't let her go. Yeah, that's a song called Won't Let Her Go. I haven't played that one in a while too. Yeah, a lot of these songs are songs I haven't played in a while. Well, except for the last three. But hey, thank you, Bobcat. So I don't think I'm going to be doing... Hey, thank you, man. Yeah, I think so too. It's really funny. I think about that song because that song was actually written... it wasn't written about me. I was not in that relationship, but I had a front row seat to that relationship, or the a lot of the components that made that. It's really funny because that song is part of the story of the girl. The 8 song. There's 8 songs that when you play them in sequence, they tell a story about a girl from the age of 13 until about her early 30s, and it's kind of follows her descent into like sort of like drug-addled chaos and all the other craziness. It's just she's very much an analog of me and my friends living in Los Angeles during our 20s, but there are specific people that certain attributes are about, and there's certain aspects that like the opening of that song is about people smoking heroin and how they hit it. Like, it was back in the day when heroin was first made smokable, because it used to come in a powder form, and you could snort it, but you couldn't smoke it. But eventually heroin got so pure that you could just smoke. You could put it on aluminum foil. You could just smoke it straight. Now, of course, most people weren't aware of this, and most people didn't know what heroin smelled like. And so, in the late 90s, we would be at parties, and we would like literally just be like, because we didn't want to showcase the fact that we were all of us hiding. There's 5 of us hiding in the bathroom doing drugs. So what we did is we would all just hang out there and just be talking, like socializing, and then we'd be passing around the aluminum foil. And we would be, and we'd be smoking, and in order to hide the click of the lighter, we would flush the toilet, So that way people, and then the way heroin smoke smells, it's like this sweet kind of cloying scent, and so there were a lot of like that. Those kinds of attributes are built into that song cycle, but. That there was one person that really inspired that song, or 2 people that their relationship really inspired the main thrust of that song. And so I think about that, because they don't know that I wrote that song about them. And I wonder, like, I feel like I'm like, maybe I should go back and let them know. Now that it's like 20 years hence, maybe I should go and be like, hey, do you guys realize that I wrote this song about your relationship? And of course they're no longer together, and it was 15 years ago, but. Okay, can you send me the version of that Nuts clip? I'd make it my own clip, but yes, of course. Yeah, of course, Blue. Yeah, I can send that to you. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, I can do that. I will send that to you after the stream. Okay, so this is another one I haven't played in a long time. Yeah, right? That's what I would think. I would think so. Anyway. If you join the rat race, win or lose, you always... Wait, so... Yeah. If you join the rat race, win or lose, you'll always be a rat. And if you make $1 million, you want $1 million more than that. Riches are fine and gold it shines. Riches are fine and gold it shines. But I don't want to waste my time pursuing the American dream. 'Cause the American dream is not my dream. I don't want $1 million, and I don't need a fancy car. All I want is a little laughter, ha ha ha. All I want is you as you are. If you join the rat race, win or lose, you'll always be a rat. And if you make $1 billion, you want $1 billion more than that. Riches are fine and diamonds they shine. But I don't want to waste my time pursuing the American dream. 'Cause the American dream is not my dream. I don't want $1 billion. There we go. And I don't need 10 fancy cars. All I want is a little laughter, ha ha ha. All I want is you as you are. 'Cause I've had a lot of money, but I've had so little love. And money buys you things, but you can never get enough. With the little love I've known, it's only gone to show, gone to show me. There we go. If you join the rat race, win or lose, you'll always be a rat. And if you make $1 trillion, you will want $1 trillion more than that. Riches are fine and rubies they shine, but I don't want to waste my time pursuing the American dream, 'cause the American dream is not my dream. I don't want $1 million, and I don't need a fancy car. All I want is a little laughter, ha ha ha. All I want is you as you are. All I want is you as you are. Something like that, yeah. Anyway, I haven't played that one in a while, so I had to figure that one out as I was playing it. Let me. This is another one like that, so let me just review it real fast, so that way I don't have to keep making. Hey, thank you, Bobcat. Yeah. And then is that right? Or I think that's it. And then no. Okay, I think I can pull this one off. Let's see. I'm the champ of failing and failure. I'm the king of fucking it up. I'm the best at being the worst, I'm rarely a winner. 'Cause I guess I don't work smart enough. Or I'm the queen of promises undone. I'm the best at letting you down. I'm the principal president, captain in chief for nothing. Don't stick around. Oh, you better get out, 'cause I'm a waste of space and time. I'm a break that won't bend right. I'm a wound that just won't heal. I'm a wound that just sometimes I hate myself. Sometimes I hate myself. Sometimes I hate myself. All I touch turns to shit in the long run. God forbid I should ever touch you. Turn me off, turn me down, turn me in, turn me out, turn me over. Oh, I don't know what to do. 'Cause I'm a waste of space and time. I'm a break that won't mend right. I'm a wound that just won't heal. I'm a wound that just sometimes I hate myself. Sometimes I hate myself. Sometimes I hate myself. I hate myself. Sometimes I hate myself. Yeah, so that's something like that. I haven't played that one in quite a while, but I really do. I like that one a lot. Thank you, Bobcat. That one is used. Actually, these next two songs are also that, but that one is used on my new podcast. It's funny, man. I keep vacillating on the podcast. I keep vacillating between thinking it's fucking amazing and thinking that it is just pure pathos. Which it doesn't, that does not necessarily mean that they're mutually exclusive. However, that both perspectives is mutually exclusive. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just it's been a lot of work, and it's been really, really fun. But it's also been, the past handful of episodes have been very hard for me to put out. I think since episode 7, so 7, 8, and 9, each of them have been sort of difficult for me to. I mean, more difficult than what would the already difficult aspect that I was dealing with when I first put out the songs, the episodes. Okay. Every song we sing is pointless. Every song we write is trash. It's no wonder that we're barely holding on. Why do we even ask? Everything we make is worthless. Every note we sing turns sour. Everything we've ever written only serves to prove that we've been wasting hours. Oh, I know we don't know why we do the things we do, but maybe we can finally just stop. Every song we sing is poison. Every word we sing is pain. So why can't we just stop singing these songs and let go of these old refrains? Everything we do is failure. No one really gives a fuck. All we gotta do is simply walk away and disappear, 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 disappear. Every song we sing is special. How nice if that was true. But no one ever seems to be listening, so what are we gonna do? Everything we do is nothing, and nothing might be too much. Everything we touch seems to crumble away. Our touch turns it all to dust. Oh, I know we don't know why we do the things we do, but maybe we can finally just stop. Stop, 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 stop. Every breath we breathe is labor. Every step we take is hard. Every song is fucking pointless. Why do we work so hard? Everything we do is failure. No one really gives a fuck. All we gotta do is simply walk away and disappear, 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 disappear. Yeah, I've been really having a lot of fun lately doing the finger pick songs and then adding to and then incorporating drums. Thank you, Bobcat. Thank you, man. And then I've been really enjoying including drums that don't really are kind of not what you would expect. You know, they're more rocking. You know, and they just like, you know, and sometimes I will use drums that where there's like where the kick pattern is a triplet, you know, don't like, so you know, like I will just use these, like, so I've been putting together these like really interesting production perspectives on these songs. So they start off with just me playing an acoustic, like, you know, finger picking, kind of sad, kind of folky, and then they become these cool kind of indie rock sound. Like I've been really having fun with them. I think what I'm gonna do is I don't know if it makes sense for me to take the music from each individual episode like 6 months from now. So the next Get Set Go record that's going to come out is going to be in 2023. That album is going to be I haven't done a full rock, like full tilt, full rock, like just balls to the wall kind of full rock album since the very first record. So I'm gonna do a just a kind of full tilt, you know, like just full on punk rock and roll, hard rock, you know, like album. It's gonna have the sound, and it's gonna have Ladies and Gentlemen, We Are on Fire, and She's Unstoppable, and it's gonna have Wild Animals and Ride the Tiger, and so it's, you know, so it's gonna be songs that you guys know if you know the stream, but they're just gonna be full tilt, you know, straight, you know, smash in the face kind of rock and roll. So, but then I'm gonna put that album out, and I'm gonna let it be out for a few months, and then I'm gonna start hitting people with the music from Hesitation Cut Season 1, and I'm not certain if what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the best 10 songs from the whole collection, and put them out, and then just release every month a new collection of 10 songs until I have five full albums out, or if I'm going to do them as the EPs, so that they're the actual songs for the actual, like, I just don't, I'm not 100% certain, but I've got a fuck ton of new music in the offing, and I'm pretty fucking excited because I have not listened to any of these songs as a group at all. Like, I just only listen to them as the pod, because in fact I don't even re-listen once I've got the podcast done. I don't go back and re-listen, except to like listen for edits that I might want to do in the future. So I've listened to the first few episodes a few times to kind of figure them out. So I have I am my biggest fan. I fucking love Get Set Go. I love my band. I love my music. I literally have, when I'm done with the podcast, I'm going to have 50 songs that I have not listened to very much, other than when I was working on, like, I mean, of course I listened to them when I was like, I would listen to them nonstop while I'm working on the album, but usually when I'm done, I will just play the shit out of these songs, and I haven't done that. So I've literally created for myself this music listening experience down the line that's going to be so fucking exciting. I don't want to jump in too early. Like, I just want to get everything done. I want to get the podcast just fucking perfect. Then I'm going to focus on the full rock record, and then I'm going to go back and listen and re-listen to the songs and figure out how I'm going to reintroduce them just as the music itself to the world, you know. But so yeah, so it's really, really exciting for me to have that, you know, in store, you know. I do have to say, it is pretty fucking awesome being your favorite band. You know, I'm like, yay. Or being your own favorite band, it's not being your favorite band, but it's really fun being my own favorite band. Like, it's really fun to be like, I'm going to go and write a new song, or I'm going to go and record a new song and be like, how do I fuck with this just to make it sound amazing? And then as I keep working on it, like, and it's really funny because the most recent one I did, See the Blood Flow, I just kept I started with just the acoustic guitars, and I was like, maybe I'll add a little organ behind the main. Maybe I'll just double this with a little organ. Yeah. That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly right. And I'm like, you know, I need a new Get Set Go record. And then dun dun dun, 3 months later, dun dun, there's a new record. Yes, go. You know, so it's the best. But and I do think that maybe that's like if every human being, if we all of us have character sheets, you know, like where we get to decide the attributes that we have, the like, you know, like, so certainly like my family bar is like at a 2, and you know my success bar is like a 1, like my financial stability is like a 1, but like creativity is like ratcheted at 10. You know, and then the excitement for you know, for my own music, like that's ratcheted at 10. Like I just min-maxed everything. My whole life is just min-maxed, you know. So, but that's okay. I like it. All right, so this is so that last song was about what goes on in my head when I'm really feeling despondent about my music career, and then this song is sort of what I have to do. I have to do mentally to remind myself that, hey man, it's not as terrible as you think it is. You know. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Hey there, brother, don't despair. The air we breathe, we turn into the music and the songs we share. Every note penned earnestly. Every note is paid for by our wounds, our woe and suffering. Look at us and the music we bring. Hey there, brother, don't give in. Just because we don't know what to do, we mustn't stop singing. Come on, brother, let us write. Let us write a brand new song that we can sing again tonight. Look at us and the music we write. Oh, this song we sing without us. Oh, this song it wouldn't be. Oh, this song we play without us. Oh, this song is never made. Hey there, brother, look around. Everything we've got, we paid for by making pretty sounds. Hey there, brother, it's alright. I may not listen, but even so, we've got a song tonight. Look at us and the music we write. Oh, this song we sing without us. Oh, this song it wouldn't be. Oh, this song we play without us. Oh, this song is never made. Oh, when we go, we will split into 1,000,000 quarter notes. Oh, when we're gone, we will become the song. Hey there, brother, don't give up. There's not that many people that can do what we do, and we do so much. Don't you give in to despair. There's not that many people that can snatch a melody out of thin air. Don't you dare give a damn. Yeah, there you go. That's a song called "What My Head Tells My Heart When It Is Thinking Clearly." All right, I'm gonna play this one on piano. And then this is the last song that I've got in my I think I might just go because I've been doing this about 2 hours. Maybe if you guys want to throw out some requests, I can do some of those. But if not, then I'll just take off. But then I will be here. I'll be back on Friday. My intention is to kind of slowly but surely. I'm not going to adhere to a schedule for a while. I'm just going to kind of stream when I feel inspired to stream. I do want to get back. I do want to get back into making music. It is like now that I'm doing this, I'm having a lot of fun. Now that I'm I really like playing those songs. I like playing that last song. I just it's very difficult for me to overcome the initial hurdle of like, yeah, let me get up and let me do it. But here, so this is a song called "Ocean of Loss, Shore of Subtraction." I think I've been threatening to rewrite these lyrics for a long time. I think about it throughout my week. I'm like, I should just sit down and rewrite those, but I just haven't done it yet. Well, anyway, but yeah, here we go. I'll play it. 1 second. Oh, this song. All right. All right. Look at that. Hey then, brother. All right, so let's see. Ocean of Loss, Shore of Subtraction is the name. No. And hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me.
Raspberry pudding,
Desserts. I think that's Jim Henson, isn't it? I think Jim Henson is the guy that does those, but I don't know. It's not a sad song. It's not a heartbreak. It's not a regret. It's not a mistake. It's just a wave in an endless ocean of crashing matters in a sea of commotion. It is a moment, only a moment in time. It's not a wish, it's not a hoping, it's not a dream that helps us keep going. It's just a wave in an empty ocean of thrashing that shatters all we've been holding. It is a moment, only a moment in time. It never ends with the blare of trumpets, it ends with no fanfare. It goes out with a little whimper as if anybody cared. You share, but no one gives a damn. Shit, hold on. There we go. It's just a fear. It's a distraction. A loss in your heart that hurts as it happens. It's just a wave that keeps crashing, smashing hard against the shore of subtraction. It is a moment, only a moment in time. It never ends with the blare of trumpets, it ends with no fanfare. It goes out with a little whimper as if anybody cared. You share, but no one gives a damn. Like the rain, the moments evaporate. We never know just how to keep them tucked away safely in the safest space. Oh, the rain of moments fall, we can never catch them all. So we're simply left to watch as the ocean grows around us. It's not a sad song, it's not a heartbreak, it's not a regret, it's not a mistake. It's just a wave in an endless ocean, a crashing that scatters in a sea of commotion. It is a moment, only a moment in time. Yeah. Anyway, that's my bones are singing. I can do that one. Hell yeah. Yeah. You know, it's really funny. I think that song lyrically is just a little bit too. It's erudite, right? It's not erudite. It's not erudite. It's a little too. It's a little too contemplative. It's a little bit too verbose, a little bit too. But I do like I haven't played this in a long time. I haven't really paid attention. Like so I just went through it and was listening. Like the lyrics are saying exactly what I want to say because the idea of this song is that our lives are just filled with loss. Like everything that we do, every great moment that we have will pass literally in a second, right? The great moment you're having right now, you know, it's just like, you know, and all the woe and all the worry, that all fades away. Like everything is just, it's just from the moment we're born to the moment we die, it's just loss, you know? I mean, that's one way to look at it. But if you, you know, it is entire, so this whole song is about the idea that like, it's the idea of just acknowledging that and recognizing that so that way you can be a little bit more present and a little bit more embracing of the awesome moments when they're happening because they all go, you know, it all disappears, you know. So there's not a single lyric that like, because it is like, it's not a sad song, it's not a heartbreak, it's not a regret, it's not a mistake. Like, you know, it's just the way that we're built because the way we experience time, we can't go back. We can go back in memory, but memories are shitty photocopies of moments. You know, it's like they're just it's the worst photocopier with the worst fucking ink with the worst paper. You know, and so. And particularly and of course they don't have any staying power. So the more distance you get from the actual moment, the more difficult it is to recall all of the joyful. I mean, you know, I don't have an eidetic memory, you know. So, and I don't know I don't even think they're possible, you know. So, sometimes memories. Yeah, no, yeah, well, yes. I mean, as you certainly, you know, certainly painful memories. Something that can be painful or really embarrassing with distance becomes a funny story that you can tell, you know, like that is awesome. But even that is again, that's the change that is, so you're losing. So the in this particular instance, it works to your advantage because you're like, I want to get rid of this terrible feeling. And you lose it. But even so, like, it's just this idea that our lives are this constant exchange of the what is to the what into the what was, and the what will be into the what's now. You know, like it's just this constant. It's like an ocean. It's just a fucking big vast ocean, and we're just getting crashed by like waves. Like, and so anyway, so I wanted to see if I couldn't capture that, and I yeah, anyway, you know, and so yeah, so I just sang. I hadn't sung this song in a while. I haven't thought about the lyrics, but I don't think there's any lyric that betrays the messaging. I just think it's a little bit too. I think it's a little bit too. It's a little bit too poetic, I guess, is really what it is. It just doesn't hit me in the gut the way I wanted it to. Anyway, but so here we go. Give me 1 second. I'll switch back. But, it's funny because I'm 100% certain that if there was any song... Oh, no. I'm 100% certain that if there's any song of mine that Pitchfork would get excited about... Yeah, thank you, Bobcat. That's awesome. But I'm 100% certain that if there is any song that Pitchfork, the music reviewing site, would get excited about, it would be that song. They're like, oh, yeah, well, these lyrics make no sense. We love it. Wah, wah, wah. Fuck all y'all. All right, let's see. All right, so my bones will sing. I can do this one. All right. Let me. I never wanted nothing that's exactly how. All right, here, this is a fun one. I never wanted nothing, that's exactly what I got. The bills are all unpaid and the groceries ain't been bought. But I don't mind, 'cause I survive on pretty melodies. Songs that are my sustenance, so I don't need to eat. Oh, I will sing my way out of here. Oh, I will sing my way out of here. And when they come to look for me, my bones are theirs to be singing. Hey, Lenina. Hey, Aldo. My hair is growing brittle and my teeth are getting loose. My lungs are filled with fluid and my eyes are just no use. I don't remember hunger, oh, it seems so long ago that I tasted something other than all the songs I know. Oh, I will sing my way out of here. Oh, I will sing my way out of here. And when they come to look for me, my bones are theirs to be singing. Oh, it's not so long ago that I was just like you, living as you do. But oh, if you live to sing, you gotta eat your dreams. You gotta eat your dreams to survive. Bum bum loop a da ba ba loop ba 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 dagga jigga da ba ba loop ba 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 dagga digga da bum bum zim dum ba do doodle da bum skibby da ba ba da zoom back a digga digga do ba da dum ba do dip da ba ba loop ba 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 dagga jigga da ba ba loop bang bo do jibba da bum zibby da ba ba dee leap ba ba digga da bum ba dum bum. The end is getting nearer, oh my song will soon be through. But there will be another who will sing a song for you. And don't you ever worry that she's choking on her dreams, 'cause you gotta learn to eat 'em if you really wanna sing. Oh, I will sing my way out of here. Oh, I will sing my way out of here. And when they come to look for me, my bones are theirs to be singing. There you go. Yeah, my bones will sing. Let me. Yeah, that's. Hey, thank you all the way. Yeah, I got a $39 million donation today. It was awesome. That's finally it's good. It's good. So now. Now, I mean, of course, it's not. It's not. What is that? I think it's $100 million is what I'm after. So so I'm not there yet. I'm not at my goal. But there's, hey, Spleenless, how you doing, man? But there's 22 hours to go. You know, like I feel like it's entirely possible for me to raise, you know, another, you know, $61 million in the next 22 hours. Yes, that's exactly right. Like, yeah, now that I don't have to worry about money, I'm gonna reach out to all of my friends that were amazing fucking songwriters. That like I've been trying to do this for about 20 years, and I haven't been able to because I've just been stuck at the starting line. But I'm gonna reach out to all my amazing songwriting friends and be like, hey man, let's get some good recordings of all the songs I love of yours that you've never actually released, and we'll put it out and we'll actually promote it and we'll do some touring on it and it'll be awesome. And and so there's a whole bunch in the pipeline now, because I just got a donation of $39 million. Let me tune up real quick. Hold on. Okay. Oh, hold on. There we go. Beat on the kids, and the kids will beat back. They're due to launch another counter-attack. Enroll the tanks, so reload the guns. Everybody's beating down on everyone. I think that you could be a star. Just do the unthinkable while the cameras are on. Life is cheap, we're all practically dead. They're coming for us, so off with their heads. Off with their heads, they're coming for us. So off with their heads, off with their heads, they're coming for us. Bum, ba, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Can you feel it? Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. What a feeling. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Can you feel it? Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Money is king and Jesus is queen. It's the goddamn weirdest thing that I've ever seen. Blood is cheaper than water for sure. It spills so black and it feels so warm. I think that you could save us all if only you were 300 feet tall. But no matter, it's already been said, they're coming for us, so off with their heads. Off with their heads, they're coming for us. So off with their heads, off with their heads, they're coming for us. So off with their heads. Bum bum bum, 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 bum bum bum. Can you feel it? Bum bum, bum bum bum, bum bum bum. What a feeling. Bum bum, bum bum bum, bum bum bum. Chop chop chop, choppy chop chop, chop chop choppy 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 chop chop chop, chop chop chop, choppy chop chop, chop chop choppy 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 chop chop chop, chop chop chop, choppy chop chop, chop chop choppy 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 chop chop chop, chop chop chop, choppy chop chop, 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 choppy, 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 chop, chop, chop. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. What a feeling. Bum, bum. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Can you feel it? Bum, bum. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Beat on the kids, and the kids will be back. They're due to launch another counterattack. Enroll the tanks, so reload the guns. Everybody's beating down on everyone. I think that you could be a star. Just do the unthinkable while the cameras are on. Doctor Ted doesn't definitely dead. They're coming for us, so off with their heads. Off with their heads, they're coming for us. They're off with their heads. Off with their heads, they're coming for us. So off at their heads. So yeah, Isabella's still healthy. Yeah, and that's so funny, Bobcat. It was written before the Auntie Donna song. It was recorded before the Auntie Donna song because it was written and recorded when I was in LA. But it's fun, which is so crazy, right? Because the thing is that like that so because the Auntie Donna song, I think they did that in 2015, but it's like they're very similar. There's very similar like vibes to them. Like that's so crazy. But yeah, I think I totally love Auntie Donna, so it works out perfect. So, let me see. So I think I'm gonna call it now. But yeah, so Isabella is doing fine. We are gonna be so we the party was awesome. Isabella did not join me for the party, but we had a really, really great time, and it was just there was like maybe 10 of us, so it wasn't a big gathering, but it was super fun. And Heaton's girlfriend Kate, she and I didn't get a chance to talk over much at that party, but I think we're gonna Heaton and Kate and myself and Isabella are gonna do a double date at one of these evenings coming up. So, did they? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I missed. Unfortunately, I missed Great Night. What were we doing last night? We were doing something. My brain is not working. We were doing something that kept me away until. Oh no! I was working on the podcast. I was working on the podcast. Yeah. So, I'm it's funny. It's crazy because I really want to. I want to keep making. Yeah, we do, and it's funny explaining this. So Heaton lives about 500 yards away from my place, so it's walking distance. And when he walks his dog and I walk my dogs in the morning, we often encounter each other. And then there's been lots of like, oh hey, I'm gonna grab a drink. Do you want to hang out? So it's been really, really super fun because I don't think we would have connected otherwise, just because he's busy and I'm busy and it would have, I think it would have been, but because he's so close, it's just easy for so it's been really, so that's been really, really nice, is just having somebody in the neighborhood. So in fact that he's like, other than Isabella, he's my only other, Isabella and Trey and Heaton. Like that's my circle. That's the human beings I interact with on a monthly basis, for the most part. And then every now and again I'll see Brian and Justin and Bryce and some of the others, and then that's it, so, but, I just started a podcast over from, that's awesome. Yeah, that's great, man. Yeah. So I don't burn yourself out on it, because I'm gonna rewrite the first 3 episodes. I'm not gonna change them substantially. It's really funny. I'm gonna add some drums to Wait. I'm gonna do a completely different rendition of Wait. Now that I have, it was the very first song I worked on, and I now have a much better handle on how I handle fingerpick songs. You know, like I'm gonna try to bring it a little bit more in line with all the other stuff. In fact, I'm gonna do the same thing with Your Boy. Your Boy is another one that doesn't like I've been doing. One of the things I really like that I've been doing, the things I really like from the sound perspective is I've been doubling. I play these like kind of intricate finger picking patterns, and I've been doubling them with the piano or with an organ. But I've been putting them. But I've been sometimes I've been even using synth bass, which has been really really fun. I'll use a synth bass, but I'll put it in a really high register, so it doesn't sound like a synth bass. But it has the same. But it has like the bass attack. It's just been really really fun. Like coming up with all these cool ways to like reinvent these songs. So I'm gonna do the same thing with Wait, and I think I'm gonna try out a handful of different things. But I'm gonna do the same thing with Your Boy. Yeah, like it's funny. Like I think that the way I treated the early songs was sort of the way my regular modality of the way here up to this point in time, the way I've been making music, but because I was so tired of hearing the same things from my recording setup, I was like, oh, let me see if I can fuck with this. And I've been fucking with things, and it's been really fun. It's really funny. I actually really wanted to go back and change Boba Fett, but I re-listened to it today, and I'm like, no, it's super fun. So I do think I'm gonna add some electric guitars, but it's not gonna be pronounced electric guitars, and it's gonna be like stabs and little leads, and like, so it'll just add some gravel and add a little bit more oomph, but it's not gonna be, what I was thinking I wanted to do was just go back in and lay in some like, you know, I wanted to. So I wanted to add that, but I realized that there's so much cool stuff like the piano, like, so I'm gonna tinker with it. I'm gonna play with it and see what I can figure out. But so I'm gonna go back in. So those first 3 episodes, I'm not gonna completely rewrite them, but I'm gonna rewrite a bunch of it, because I think that I got better at. By episode 4, I think I got much better at connecting the stories. And then another thing I'm going to do, which I feel bad about, because like Bill White's did some like I have 2 people that gave me audio quotes for the ends of the things. Oh, by the way, would you guys be interested in, if you listen to the podcast and if you like it, what I'm thinking I'd like to do is I want to put together a Hesitation Cuts website that just this is where you can get it, and I was thinking it'd be nice to just have actual testimonials of people saying like, I really like this I like this episode, or I like this song, or I like the podcast for this reason. But I was just thinking if I could get like maybe little 10-second like, I like this and this is why kind of thing. I would be fun to like, because right now my listenership is like 100 people, you know. And I'd like, and I think that one way to plus that would be if I had a landing page. So when I'm just about to start reaching out to all of my, like to my mailing list and to my, everybody. And so what I want to do is I want to create a little, like landing site portal where I can send everybody, that kind of gives them like, hey, this is the podcast and this is where you can find it. But also, and here's some testimonials, you know, like here's some people's perspectives on it, because, so yeah. And hold on, I started the podcast over. I will listen to on the way home too. Should catch up on. Oh yeah. Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's great. That's great. All the little, yeah, man. That's well. Yeah. You have to let me know. You have to let me know what you think with the, like doing the concentrated burst of the podcast, or like what, you know, like, I hate calling it a fucking podcast. It's not really a podcast, and it drives me nuts. But anyway, thank you, Zach. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, and what was that, sweetheart? I don't know. But it looks cool. I don't know what it'd be about, but it looks cool. Hold on, let me see what Isabella's saying. Mike, what about the Hesitation Cuts B-side? What do you mean Hesitation Cuts B-side? We'll have to talk, sweetheart. I'm sure I could. I think I'd have to re-listen to say something accurate. I only have. Oh yeah, no, of course. Well, I mean, Yeah, you know, I mean, actually, you know, that's actually not a. That's actually not a bad idea. But anyway, be the hidden. Yeah, that's unfortunately. Well, we'll have to talk about it. We'll have to, the thing is like I don't mind I don't mind talking about that, but yeah, that's well. So usually, no, actually, what the B-side, what used to be how B-sides work is that like there would be the single, you'd put out a single, and when you did it on an LP, you'd have on the flip side, you'd have so there was an A side, which was the single, and the B side was just another track, you know, and so often what people would do, so often what people would do just to compel people to pick up the single because they bought so people would buy the record. What interest do they have in buying the single that they already, if they've got which is often why they would make the singles different than the actual album version so that people would be compelled to buy both. But another reason why people would pick up the single is because there'd be a B-side, which would be a track that wasn't on the album to incentivize people to actually buy the record, you know? Yeah, I do see what you're saying. I do see what you're saying. And that kind of like, it might be fun to do an outtakes. And then also because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip the Patreon stuff, and I'm going to strip anything where I'm talking about money except from the perspective of within the actual context of the actual story, so that way, because I want this podcast to last forever, you know, and I want it to be, my hope is that 30 years from now people will be like, oh yeah, this is a really cool podcast from the 2020s that's, you know, just came out of the pandemic, and, you know, like, and people will be able to, these days the term feels like songs that didn't make the final song list of an album, I guess. Yeah, I mean, well, that's again, and that makes sense because that, like I said, people would often put an alternate track on the single to compel people, because if people bought the album, they wouldn't buy the single. But if you put a track that wasn't on the album on the single, then people would buy the single, even though they already have the album and therefore they already have the single, they would buy the single again just so they could get the B-side, you know. So that's why that way it works. Yeah. So yeah, and that's Santa Claudia. Yeah. Okay, I love you guys. I'm gonna go. I will think about this idea of the B-side thing. But my intention is with the podcast, I'm gonna I'm gonna rewrite the first 3 episodes. I might even change a couple of the songs. I might pull some out or change them or even like I'm gonna make sure, I want to make sure that each episode feels fucking scintillating to me, you know. So and fuck yes. I love you guys. I'm gonna go. We're not gonna rate anybody. I will. I have an absolutely wonderful Thanksgiving, and hopefully I see you all. I'll be back on here on Friday, and then, you know.
That's like peanut, hazelnut.
Oh, I forget that's blue. Thank you, Alderville. You reminded me. All right, adios. I love you guys.
Nut. That was the one that was sent her into a.
Hey, Paper Cat,
crazy.
how you doing?
She
Good
said,
to see
you
you, brother.
stop naming nuts.
Yeah, and you don't have a Thanksgiving, Paper Cat. No
Pistachio
Thanksgiving
nut.
for you, but everybody else
Red
have a wonderful
pistachio
Thanksgiving.
nut.
Yes.
Natural, all natural.